This is the plaintiff, Diana Hall. She says her 20-year-old granddaughter owes her money and won't pay her back. Granddaughter or not, she works and needs to pay her back the $1,450 she loaned her. And unfortunately, she has no choice but to sue. This is the defendant, Yatia Edwards. She says she wishes her grandmother never offered to help her out of a financial jam she found herself in, because now their relationship is totally strained. She has no idea why her grandmother's trying to sue her for money she doesn't owe. But it's a free country. She's accused of causing her granny to be grumpy.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff loaned her granddaughter money and says the ungrateful granddaughter stiffed her. She wants the money back. But the defendant says her grandmother gave the money to her to help her out on rent for a few months and is now trying to turn that gift into a loan. And that's just not fair. It's the case of Grumpy Granny.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Ms. Hall, you are suing your granddaughter for money you say she owes you and refuses to repay. Talk to me. What happened here?
Well, my granddaughter, Yatia, called me and told me that she was in a situation where she had been apparently scammed and she needed money to pay her bills. And I asked her what the situation was, and we came up with the solution that, I was going to loan her the money. It was like $3,200 to start with. I said, well, I give you a 90-day continuous plan, and you pay me $400 a month. I give you the $3,200. I will attach your rent to my operating account because I'm the guarantor on her lease anyway, which is $600 a month. I had my son to deliver her $1,450, and I attached the rent to my account and pulled 1 month out of the account.
So you loaned her the $1,450 in cash and another $600 was withdrawn from your account for a total of $2,050, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. And she was still paying the bills like she wanted to and not adhering to the agreement that we had came.
How was she not adhering to the agreement?
Because she was supposed to pay me back $400 a month, Your Honor.
And what did she do?
Yatia gave me the first initial payment was $200. And when I talked to her about it, she said that's all she had to give.
Okay.
And I didn't hear from her no more for 3 weeks. And when I called her back again to find out what was going on with the payment and why was it $200 instead of the $400, Yatia said she was paying her bills and that she was not going to be able to pay me because she cannot pay me and stay afloat with her own bills.
You are a bill.
I am a bill.
Right. What's going on,
and I'm helping
Yatia?
my granddaughter out, Your Honor, because that is my granddaughter.
That'll teach you.
I love her.
That'll teach you. All right, Yatia, what's going on?
So like she said, I did call her and ask her for a loan. We kind of went through a whole battle before we even agreed to what we agreed to. She agreed to pay 3 months of the rent and 3 months of my car. She did have my uncle give me the cash, and she paid the first month. But the second week, I took a phlebotomy class. And when I took the phlebotomy class, my mom relayed the message to her that I took the phlebotomy class because I was still going. She gave me the money. I was doing what I was doing. I paid her the first payment of $200, and then I was going to pay her another payment of $200 in 2 weeks. The 2 weeks hadn't passed, and she called me that second week. And we had some words back and forth. She got upset because I took the phlebotomy class and told me to figure out how to pay my rent on my own. So,
she wasn't upset that you took the phlebotomy class. She was upset that you were using the payment of the class as a reason to not stick to the plan that you guys had worked out.
That wasn't the case. I was going to pay her the other $200 in 2 weeks, which it still would have been within the month.
Did you pay it? Did you pay the other $200 within the 2 weeks, or did you pay it later?
No, I paid it within the 2 weeks. I paid her $600 in total. I paid $400 the first month, and then that was July, and then of August, I paid $200.
And Ms. Hall, you agree she paid you back $600, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So go ahead, Yatia.
And then I never got to the second payment of $200 because I was just giving what I could give because I'm just drowning, basically. After that, we had a conversation about it. I said, okay,
so
whatever.
What is your defense?
My defense is she reneged on the agreement after paying the first month's rent and giving me the money. She got upset, and then it changed everything. And then from there, it just escalated. It was like,
how did she change the agreement? You mean because she didn't continue to pay your rent?
Right. Because the agreement
So then you don't have to pay her anything because she didn't loan you more?
That wasn't
It sounds awful when I say it, right? Because September passed and October passed and you haven't paid her a penny, and now you have no grandma. Now you have no relationship with your grandma, right? It's just a mess. And you felt slighted that she wasn't happy for you that you were taking this class, right?
I did. I mean, if she wasn't happy, then, it is what it is. But I took the class. I know I took the class to get a better job so that I could get more money, so it would be easier for me to pay the bills and pay her back.
I know you feel she's your grandmother, she should want you to do that, but timing's everything, right? Like if you already made a commitment to pay a certain amount, you then send this text to her. You may not know, but lately my financial situation has deteriorated greatly. I know that we may not be on the best of terms, but I wanted to text you to inform you that there is no way possible that I can continue to pay you and keep myself afloat. I have come to a difficult decision knowing the heat that will put on me. I can't pay you until I'm completely out of my financial bind. You're not even telling her I need a week. You're telling her I'm not paying you. And then this causes a problem between you and your mother as well, right?
Yes.
Ms. Edwards. Yeah. So is your mother talking to you?
No, she's not.
And your grandmama's not talking to you. So even though it's laudable that you're taking classes to be able to get a better job, maybe you have to wait for what you want until you're out of the woods as opposed to adding more cost to things. I don't know. Either way, Ms. Edwards, the bottom line is I'm not hearing a defense other than I'm drowning, which I feel bad for you that you're drowning, but I still have to issue a judgment in favor of your grandmother because the only question in court is, do you owe it or don't you owe it? It's never, can you pay it? That comes later when a judgment is being enforced. Can I just say something though to you guys?
Yes.
Have you had a good relationship with your granddaughter all of your life?
Yes, I've had a good relationship with Yatia all along. Your Honor, I gave Yatia messages that, you're my oldest granddaughter. And there's no denying about that. Yatia is up in her feelings, don't want to pay back. Money don't grow on trees.
Can I ask you a question? Do you miss your grandmother?
I do not.
Really, really?
Really, really.
Okay. I'm ruling in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $1,450.
Yeah, have a good day.
It's okay. Yatia got a bad attitude toward everybody anyway.
Well, this is a relationship that really is disintegrating right before our eyes here. The plaintiff has prevailed. The defendant, who says she doesn't have the money, is going to have to pay her grandmother $1,450. Ms. Edwards, you just told the judge you don't miss your grandmother at all. Do you feel that way? It's over?
Yes. It's went, I didn't really get to tell the full story, but it's went way further than it should have went. And yeah, that's kind of all I got to say about it.
All right. Well, that's interesting. All right, Ms. Hall, you just heard your granddaughter. How do you respond to that?
Yatia has a bad attitude with all the adults in her family when things don't go her way. If she don't miss me, I don't miss her. She's one of 12. I got 11 more to focus on, not one that's disrespectful.
Well, that'll bring this case to a close. You are going to get the money. She's got a judgment against her, Ms. Hall. She's going to have to pay up sooner or later. So you have won here.
I know that's right.
Court.
Doug, I have to tell you that there are situations where you just don't want to sue a family member because it's going to ruin a relationship. However, if a family member borrows money from you and then just thumbs his or her nose at you and shows no respect, I'm not exactly sure why you should be cautious or scared about filing a lawsuit to get back what is owed you.
Do you and Judge John cook together? What is your favorite thing to make?
We do cook together. You are a good cook. I'm not much of a cook.
No, that's not true. You've gotten a lot better since the kids left.
I know my limitations. My specialties are prepping, chopping stuff, and cleaning up, busting suds.
Yes, you do. You're a good suds buster. You are. But you've gotten better at cooking. And we mostly try to cook healthy stuff. You know, I mean, I love Cuban food, obviously, but what we try to cook healthy stuff, which is not Cuban food.
Unfortunately.
But we try to stay low carb-ish and lean meat-ish.
Right, for the most part. Look, my specialty is something you can cook in one pan because it's really easy, right? So one pan.
Yeah, I don't like that so much.
When I was a kid, my father used to make this stuff he called slumgullion. It was just like a bunch of crap he threw in.
It's whatever was about to go bad in the fridge.
Yeah, but you put it all in there and the flavor, the juices swap around and all of a sudden you got something that's not halfway bad.